Scores of people take advantage of high winds and surf. Barbadians gear up to ring in the new year. And in sports, India crushed Australia early on day 5 at the MCG to take a 2-1 series lead.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC Evening News. We begin with news that a high wind advisory and small craft warning, which remain in effect for Barbados until tomorrow, have not stopped Barbadians or visitors from flocking to the beach. One of our teams visited some of the popular spots across the island earlier today and spoke with business owners and beachgoers.
Choppy sea conditions over the past 2 days have made a casual sea dip difficult for the average person, but they have been a blessing for surfers.
Early in the morning, by 6 o'clock, that beach is packed because everybody wants the early morning wind, and we've got it. We've been had it for the last 3 days. Down here at the Action Beach, it's cranking. The wind is blowing really good, so all the surfers like myself, windsurfers, kite surfers, we are loving it. You can look on the beach, there's a lot of people coming from Europe, USA, Canada. So for us, the brain smiles and life sings. Christmas is happy. One of those surfers is Canadian visitor Jesse, who is in Barbados on vacation.
Conditions were excellent. Very windy, big waves at the reef. A little bit gusty, but definitely a day for a small kite. Lots of fun. Super fun. So looking forward to more windy days while I'm here.
Over in Bridgetown, the management of Purwitz Cove did not feel many effects from the choppy seas or high winds. However, they still heeded the warning from the Met Office to secure loose objects.
The wind is higher than normal, and we have taken the necessary precautions because once these warnings are issued, we do take them seriously because we have lost equipment already due to the high wind, as in a 20 by 20 tent before.
So what are some of those precautions that you would have taken here today and earlier?
Well, we have a 50 by 50 truss, which you can probably see behind me, which we have lowered to the ground because, as you can think, that is actually a massive sail. So that we have actually lowered, and we've reduced the number of umbrellas that we have actually put out on the beach, and we are putting them out as required. The high wind advisory and small craft warning will be in effect for Barbados until 6 p.m. tomorrow. Rianne Phillips, CBC News.
Well, Barbadians will begin their Old Year's celebrations in another 24 hours. With several events planned, many have been shopping at clothing and other stores around the island as they try to look their best on the big night. Again, we hear from our Rianne Phillips.
The shoppers are out and the hunt has begun for that perfect Old Year's night outfit. At Hide and Cheek, sales assistant Charnel Griffith says females are looking for both traditional and non-traditional colors.
Well, I found this year for Old Year's night, most of our customers was asking us about the glitter. As you could see, we have nude and gold mitts, and then we also have the black and silver. And the popular styles that are the bell sleeve, as you can see here with the shimmer here and the bell sleeve there. So we thought that most people would be looking for different colors, but now this year most people gone back into black and enough glitter.
And the demand for traditional colors has been steady over at Jason's.
It's always black, of course, is still the #1 seller. Black and red are the two colors that have been doing very, very well. And everybody has their own style, and people try to create their own thing too.
Males are not to be outdone, as we hear more of them are choosing glitzy outfits this year.
It's black with glitter. So you get the iridescent glitter, the gold glitter, multicolor, because we have a lot of that in the menswear as well.
Now the hairstyles are a must for the ladies. Princess, a stylist from Two Cuts Above, says many are using extensions for the night out.
The styles for Old Year's are the 4 locks and the box braids. 4 locks, the main style is the fishbone.
As for the footwear, males like the brighter colors and the females love the heels.
I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year from Two Cuts Above Hair Craze and K&K Kids. Happy holidays.
Rianne Phillips, CBC News.
Thanks, Rianne. Well, Barbadians are being asked to return to a sense of community and to be their brother's keeper. This advice from Culture Minister John King, who says this is important with the negativity in society today. Minister King was addressing the 10th anniversary dinner and awards ceremony of the Togetherness social group at the Officers' Mess of the Barbados Defense Force last evening. He says the group's work serves as a prime example of good Barbadian values and spirit.
Those of you who still believe that to be concerned for your fellow man, to care for his well-being unconditionally, is to be foolish. I want to say to you that this group has made foolishness feel real good. Let us all endeavor then to follow the example of the Togetherness social group, and not merely as a New Year resolution, but as a new way of life.
And President of the Togetherness Group, Pat Paris, says while the past 10 years have not gone by without challenges, the 40-member-strong group will continue to work with communities across the island.
We experienced some bumps along the journey, but our motto, love, unity, and fellowship, has assisted us in reaching this significant milestone. Members of the Togetherness social group, may I remind you that together we can achieve, and I encourage you to remain focused on the motto. Continue to give of your best to ensure that with God's help, together we will celebrate many more anniversaries.
Recently released Jamaican reggae superstar Buju Banton is to perform in Barbados in April next year. Now, so far, it's not just Barbadians, but people from around the region and around the world who have been quickly snapping up early bird tickets to the event. That's according to one of the promoters of the much-anticipated show, Al Jilks of Fast Entertainment. He says they decided to make tickets available much earlier than they would for a typical show.
The demand was so big, right, that we couldn't wait. So we put some tickets online and they just disappeared. And then we put some in box offices online and they just kept disappearing. So right now, at this point in time, I can't tell you how much have sold, but they're in the hundreds and perhaps heading for over 1,000 so far. And if this trend continues, I anticipate that this will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, show ever held in Barbados.
Well, Mr. Jilks adds that Buju is also keen to be back on the stage, and especially so in his home Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. Now, before the show in Barbados, Buju will also be performing in Jamaica, in the Bahamas, as well as Trinidad and Tobago.
We anticipate that airline seats are going to be very rare around that time. Hotel accommodation, not accommodation.